Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Chiefs going.
Thank you. The renovations, they have certainly transformed this place as EA Sports welcomes you to beautiful Miami, Florida. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So you've got 1 week of preseason games in the books. Now you start to really assess some of the vets and, of course, some of the young players.
You're exactly right, because now there's a week's worth of film out there for everyone to watch. And for guys who may or may not make these particular teams, that film will be out there around the league, so maybe they can catch on somewhere else if they have to. But this would be a lot of fun to see how much time the veterans play versus how much time the young guys get.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 22 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a KC first down. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Muscles him off. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. A sea of Chiefs jerseys in there that time to make the stop. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
False start, offense. Still 3rd down.
So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Let's take it inside his own 40.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, Rex Ryan will send in the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Chiefs defense, they get set and ready to do battle again. And it's early, but boy, they look good on the last drive. Getting that 4th down stop, they'll be looking to build off that momentum.
They went into lockdown mode, didn't they? And what I loved about it is when someone goes for it on 4th down on their own side of the field.
Gutsy.
Not only gutsy, defenses take that as a sign of disrespect. And when they're able to shut them down and put it back in their face, they feel really good about trotting back out for the next series.
We'll see if they still feel good here.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this is incomplete. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down.
Here we go. Green.
Back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he's able to put it through. 5 plays there on that drive. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Dolphins defensive unit now. And a big reason they've got the lead here in the first half, some of these hits we're going to see here.
Almost like they're a group of superheroes, right? Something out of a comic book. Boom, pow, biff. They are really playing well and making things happen on their side of the ball.
Taking me back to my childhood a bit.
There you go. You had a collection, didn't you?
I did. They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop. And that linebacker group today could be very key.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly to the football, and take it away from offenses.
Second down, 8. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackle was there right away for a loss of yardage.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10.
3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide open receiver complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
And when you don't pick up the necessary yardage in that situation, sometimes it starts to put a little doubt in the play caller's mind about what he's going to run on the next play. Because most of them, they thought they were going to pick it up right then and there. Now they've got to adjust what they're doing, adjust what they're thinking, and maybe they go away from what they originally thought.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. The offense lining up 1st and 10. Now they'll They'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block it.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And now we get our first look at a guy who's been around the block a time or two. He will not be rattled today.
And that changes things for a defensive coordinator, because normally when you get the young guys, you get the rookies, you throw all the exotic blitzes at them and looks they haven't seen. But this guy, he's seen it all.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage, but the big man setting the tone physically.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. A group of Chiefs there to make the stop that time. So 3rd down, just 1 yard to go.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here we go. Set. Green 39.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Six yards to go here on 2nd down.
Here we go. 319. 319.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Hey, you got three. Three down. All right, here we go. Green 39. No. Jack, Patriot.
They'll need to get the and with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in to complete that one.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Set, 3-19. Watching that Barney, Barney. Watching that Barney, Barney. Set.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 7-0 is our score, and we'll be back to South Florida after this. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Got his left. Got his left. Got 3 down. Now let's go. Boom. Watching that Barney, Barney. Get wide. Leopard. Watch twins.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. And now the rookie's free. The 40. The 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A couple of cheats there to bring him down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. You know, projections for him were a little all over the board. Some saw him as a day 3 pick, maybe a little bit higher, but here he is, round 3.
I do know teams that had him listed as a first-round talent. I also had teams that had him listed as a day 3 guy, which is rounds 4 through 7. So him going in the 3rd round kind of fit in the middle. I think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder wanting to prove that he should have been taken higher.
Really, it's a solid draft class from a year ago. They were able to address some key weak spots on their team and fill in some holes.
And they were able to identify the players they wanted early in the process. Got a little bit of luck as some guys may have fallen to them. But for the most part, knew their philosophy and stuck to it.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Let's go.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And, oh, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
False start, offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They come up in an offset eye. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got Ozzie Newsome. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
False start, offense.
A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And here's motion again. And that's going to be 2 in a row.
False start, offense.
Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Try and throw here on the fake. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. Just didn't work.
Not at all. The communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person. No one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close, and close quickly.
Here we go now.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And they thought they could exploit this defense with some really quick hitters, quick action. They worked on that in practice. We just saw it there.
And we saw them break it down to the fundamentals as well. Each position group had their own little work on it. You know, they worked on a drill here with the receivers, a drill there with the quarterbacks. Then they brought it all together, and now it's paying off in the game.
Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Thank you. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He juked him, and he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now check. Patriot. Let's go. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Back to throw again. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They come out here in the I.
Leopard. Gone. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And his kick is good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
This one taken from the 7th. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it costs them 5 yards. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And it is incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Dolphins have an edge in time of possession right now. The Chiefs, though, are still right in this game and will certainly be looking for a way to pull this one out in the second half. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10. The pass will be caught over the middle, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 47-yard line. The offense would later throw a pick to end the drive. Midway through the first quarter, the pass and catch is made on the slant, and he's going to go 19 yards for the score as they put the first points on the board.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as come back for this second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
They'll get 32 yards there. And it's first down, Miami.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
Now let's go. Green, 30 now, Barney, 40.
Back to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And there, the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who can win downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Really tough drive, but that run helps salvage something there because now there's something positive. came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And the gadget play gets them into the end zone. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. It's a gain of 17 that time. And that's good for a Miami first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They'll drop the throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Back to throw now on first down. And this throw will be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, How do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. A sea of Dolphins there that time in on the tackle. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And that was textbook 3-4 defense. Normally the defensive line just eats up blocks. In this case, they ate up the blocks and still made the play against the running game. Really, really nice job.
They'll set up a throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Surveying the field. And he comes back with one complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
And the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there. It doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off. Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got time. And this is going to be incomplete. The Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Every time I see a hitch pattern dropped, I go back to the combine because there's a drill that they use all the time that's called the gauntlet drill, where a receiver catches the ball and just works his way straight down the line and catches it from different sides. And the problem with that drill is that you don't actually have to secure the catch. You just kind of catch it, drop it immediately, and keep moving. And sometimes that shows up on plays like this.
So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A good solid gain there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it.
Now back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time. And that'll make it third down. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And now here comes Kansas City. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And the D looking like they may blitz. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards, and now 1st and 15.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7. 7 yards to go on 2nd down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding time. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. It's a pickup of 14 there. Good enough for a Kansas City 1st down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
False start, offense.
First and 15 here behind the chains.
Here we go. Green 39.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And his throw here's incomplete. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Green 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And out come the Dolphins now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked. Take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And out come the Chiefs now. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking for someone to throw to. And no, it's incomplete. Rex Ryan's decision does not pay off. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because As you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. A gain of 3, second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Third down now following the run.
All right, now look at 56. Now let's go. 56. 39. No. Check. Patriot.
Time running out here on the play clock. Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And it's fielded at the 34. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's brought down. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Detroit!
The play clock's running down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Holding. Defense.
So the... So a collective holding a breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. And they'll hand things over to their backup quarterback and task him with preserving this lead. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. A gain of 6 there on first.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Play clock winding down. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And he knocks it through. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Surveying the field. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Back to throw again. Going down the middle, and it's complete. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to on the inside slant. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They come up in an offset eye.
Green 39.
Now they try the right side here. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
So that one, a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. We put our attention now on the Chiefs defense. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, but a first down likely ends this thing.
And it looks like they are, to coin a phrase, on the defensive here, right? But in fact, the team on offense has to be really careful because they're going to attack like crazy. They've got to cover the football, make sure they don't turn it over, and still find a way to finish off this game despite the extra pressure.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe. fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.